guys! Rap party, rap party! Woo, woo! Congratulations! Yay! Cheers! Cheers!
AI is artificial intelligence.
What is AI?
It's not the good.
People, it's been a journey, but here I am at my station once again, about to head off to Fuyuki Studio, Studio F, to meet up with the boys, the core trio, Popelier, myself, and of course Fuyuki. And we're gonna have a little private rap party for the EP, and then I'm gonna interview Popelier about his current activities. Other than that, we'll see how it goes. Well, of course, after that, I'm taking the boys out for dinner and to celebrate this wrap of the EP, and we'll see where we go from here. No one's going to want to talk about any future projects, I can tell you that, because we're all burnt out. There is the man. There is the man coming right here. Hey, Rockstar. What did he just win?
He won the fact he doesn't have to take responsibility of you if you go off the freaking deep end.
Why would I go off
drinking alcohol?
I'm drinking a symbolic beer to celebrate
I have to
our.
take responsibility.
Here we go, guys. This is celebrating the completion of the Fever Holds EP. Start again. I'm actually having a sip of beer, believe it or not.
I'm drinking tea. Fuyuki's drinking tea.
Yeah. I killed it. I just want to say one thing. I would say, let me say something right now before we do anything else. It's been a pleasure to work with these motherfuckers. I am so happy to have colleagues who I respect, who do many things, such as they do a lot of things. I respect them. We're having fun, guys. This is a party. Woohoo! Woohoo, baby! Ow! 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 He just removed my wine glass. I am loopy on that wine. I tell you what. All right. Let's talk about the Fever Lines documentary. What made you want to do the documentary?
Well, first of all, nothing was happening with the Fever Hold. After the first album, it was just radio silence. And then you guys, so you were talking about some demos. This was the last time when I was at your house, probably August last year, September or something. You said you were going to come here to Fuyuki Studio and play him some demos. And I thought, it's probably going to take another 2 years before these demos come out as record. So we need to have something going to keep the Fever Hold in people's minds as this is progressing. So that's why it started.
What was the most difficult aspect of making the documentary?
I don't think it wasn't a really big problem, but it was just kind of like I'd have a direction of where I thought the episodes were going, and then I get a message saying, "Oh, we're not doing that anymore." I was like, "Oh, okay. What are you doing?" That kind of thing. So I think the difficult thing was trying to keep some kind of narrative going and trying to have a story, even though each episode was kind of covering a different topic each time, but keep a story going throughout the whole thing.
Did you become more or less interested in making videos and documentaries and that kind of thing during the process? And would you do it again?
No, I would not do it again for free, because it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. A lot. I took hours of footage, seriously, hours of footage, and you think each episode was just 10 minutes. But I had to chop up so much just to fit into. I know, and I remember you talking to me about like, why do you just keep it at 10 minutes? Because I was just one of the rules I gave myself was keep it 10 minutes. That was going to be the consistency of each episode, 10 minutes. So yes, I did bring about part of difficulty on myself by being rigid to the 10 minutes, but at the same time, there's just so much to go through.
So you are moving to a new gallery. In your recent episode of The Fourth Floor, you said opening the previous gallery was a mistake. Please elaborate on that and tell us why you decided to give it another go in a new place.
Well, because we didn't make any money out of it. That's why it was a mistake. In fact, it's the reverse. But I don't like to give up on stuff. So that's why we're moving to another place. But the new place is not just a gallery, it's more of a studio, office. So it's going to be, those three things: studio, office, and a gallery space now.
As a person who has done art and graphic design for decades, what would be your advice for budding artists in this current climate?
Don't do it. Forget it. Or, if you're thinking about becoming an artist, make yourself financially secure first. So go and work in a bank or go and work in the financial industry for 10 years, make a shitload of money, and then be an artist. Just going straight from the word go as an artist, forget it.
Some people would argue that you can't really develop your craft if you're preoccupied with just your day job and all that kind of stuff, so you can never really develop.
But your day job is just going to be for like 10 years. So you're going to work flat out to make as much money as you can and get that money to sustain you as an artist.
I see.
Because there are so many people doing that now.
Really?
You go, like LinkedIn, for example. I get hit every day on LinkedIn with people inviting me to connect with them. And so many of them have been in the financial industry, the petroleum industry, banking industry, all these industries, and they've like retired or they've like early retirement. And they're kind of like, I always wanted to be an artist. Like, I had one guy, 40 years in the oil industry. I've always wanted to be an artist, he said. I'm like, why did you spend 40 years in the oil industry then? If you always want to be an artist. He's not an artist. He's just 40 years in the industry. He's got early retirement. Someone said, hey, why don't you paint something? He's like, yeah, I'll be a painter. But anyway, I digress. Point is, be financially secure first. Then, if you have any talent, then be an artist.
What are your plans going forward in terms of your art and your new gallery?
In terms of my own art, I don't know. Because I'm kind of at a crossroads right now, as I feel that I don't feel I am an artist anymore. I used to think I was, but I don't think so anymore. Because no one's interested in what I have to say as an artist. And that's just the truth, that's just the reality of it. People are more interested in people drawing cats, people just doing silly, inane things which have no meaning, but they're just decoration. And that's it's mostly to do with social media. You see so many people on social media, it's just all about technique. They've got the apron on, they've got the latex gloves, and they just like wash paint around and do all the fancy lighting and fancy camera work and everything. And everyone's watching and going, whoa. But it's not art. It says nothing. Absolutely nothing.
How did you feel about Warren doing the documentary about the band? What do you think? Did you enjoy being part of that?
Yeah, I like to watch the band, behind the scenes movies like that. Behind how do they make the music, or what's the really feeling about the music they put the effort in the music. That's I wanted to know. So
okay.
So I wanted to make a documentary for the music.
what did you like about working with Jack Slander on the album, and what did you not like?
Out there, what I didn't like it. Something always happened. I didn't predict. I'm not saying like I didn't like it, but always surprised me. It's not negative thing, but you know.
Okay, let me clarify. So maybe you're referring to the fact that sometimes you think the song, a particular song, is finished, and then suddenly I say, "Oh, I have a new
Yeah,
idea," or
something
could you
like
add
that.
something?
Yeah. But you know, part of me, I understand because I'm like you. Oh, like when I finish the mix or song, this is perfect. Next day, I feel like, oh, I want to fix this. That was always happening, you know. So that's the nature of the artist.
During the process of making the album, AI entered the picture, and you had mixed feelings. Now that the album is finished and the music is out there with AI vocals on some of the songs, how do you feel now?
It's a big gun.
People. The topic is
GYOZA.
How you doing there? How you doing, Warren? Are you reading that menu like it's
you?
studying for a test?
no, because I'm trying to find something.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
Oh, I got it. The next Fever Hold album, EP, I'm writing the songs. That right now is Kimito. That's the biggest problem. I know. That's why. I was showing.
Boys are talking politics over here.
This is a sign to
We're having some delicious gyoza.
someone else comes in. That's the choice now. You know?
Happiness, joy, and love. What is AI?
It's a big gun.
What is the future?
Future is now.
People